Feeling way too hot, hot-headed, I got a fever. I came from heaven and made it through hell, now I got ether. Should've believed them, damn, you should've believed them.
She took a dab of that till she had cataracts. Grabbed the rack, she had a MAGA hat. I tapped it back to Adam's app. I told her.
Guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl Nikki, bring you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. So today, you guys, I have breaking news, and shout out to the Associated Press for dropping this article in this news. R. Kelly has been convicted on many counts of acquitted of trial fixing. So he was convicted of many counts, but acquitted of trial fixing. So let's jump into the article. So a federal jury on Wednesday convicted R. Kelly of several child pornography charges in his hometown of Chicago, delivering another legal blow to the singer who used to be one of the biggest R&B stars in the world. Kelly, 55, was found guilty on 3 counts of CP, but was acquitted of a conspiracy to obstruct justice charge, accusing him fixing his state CP trial in 2008. The decision comes after a federal judge in New York sentenced Kelly to 30 years in prison in June for racketeering and trafficking. Based on that sentence, he won't be eligible for release until he is 80 years old. The Chicago trial was in many ways a do-over of Kelly's 2008 CP trial, with a key video critical to both. The legal challenges for Kelly, who rose from poverty on Chicago's South Side to become a Grammy-winning superstar, are not yet over. Two further trials are pending, one in Minnesota and another in the state of Chicago, which I think that is a typo, you guys. I knew about Minnesota, but drop down into my comments. Let me know what you think about this. Now we have to wait for the sentencing, but I'm just so happy that the victims are finally getting justice. Like, he just lived in a grooming system to recruit young girls. But I think R. Kelly was greedy, you guys, because he not only did young girls, he did this to grown women and also boys and men too. Drop down into my comments. Let me know what you think about the verdict. I'm looking forward to the next trial, Naughty Crew. Now, in other news, speaking of human trafficking, and this article is also with the Associated Press, but a teenage human trafficking victim who was initially charged with first-degree M-word, you guys, after she stabbed her accused R-word to death, has been sentenced to 5 years probation or ordered to pay $150,000 restitution to the man's family. I'm happy that she was placed on probation for 5 years, Naughty Crew, but why should she have to pay the family? All right, so drop down into my comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let's jump into this article. So a teenage human trafficking victim who was initially charged with first-degree N-word after she stabbed her accused R-word to death was sentenced to Tuesday in an Iowa court to 5 years of closely supervised probation in order to pay $150,000 restitution to the man's family. So Piper Lewis, who was 17, was sentenced Tuesday after she pleaded last year to involuntary manslaughter and willful injury in the June 2020 unaliving of 37-year-old Zachary Brooks of Des Moines, Iowa. Both charges were punishable by up to 10 years in prison. So Polk County District Judge David Porter on Tuesday deferred to those prison sentences, meaning that if Lewis violates any portion of her probation, she could be sent to prison to serve her 20-year term. So as far as being required to pay the estate of her R-word, this court is presented with no other option, Porter said. Nothing the restitution is mandatory under Iowa law. So it's mandatory, you guys. That has been upheld by Iowa Supreme Court. So Lewis was 15 when she unalived Brooks. More than 30 times her weapon of choice was a knife, so you can kind of figure it out, Naughty Crew. So officials have said Lewis was a runaway who was seeking to escape an abusive life with adoptive mother and was sleeping in the hallways of a Des Moines apartment building when a 28-year-old man took her in before forcibly trafficking her to other men for sex. This is just unfortunate. Like, this human trafficking culture has been indoctrinated in this country from back to slavery times, and I really believe that this was a crime of passion, and that's why the judge he did what he could to show leniency. And the courts are starting to get more sympathetic to the victims when it comes to cases like this. Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what you think about the judge's verdict in this case. Do you think it's fair? You know, I feel like the person who was unalive, his family should pay her. I mean, she's going to have to live the next five years in an assigned facility. I mean, although it's better than prison, but they're going to keep a close full watch on her. Hopefully she gets the help she needs mentally to kind of work through the trauma so she could go on and be a productive adult. So that's all I have for you, Naughty Crew. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button, and make sure you follow us on all our different social media platforms. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.
Half the cap in the Cadillac, take a dab of wax with a battle axe, not your average cat.
Why don't they give me a break? I learn from mistakes, I'm earning my place.